Hello, Markus Birdman here. Welcome to my little home in Essex.
People don't always believe me because I perhaps don't look like a stroke survivor to you, but what you fail to appreciate is I'm actually 23.
I love being a dad. My daughter is such an inspiration for so many jokes.
Kids are the biggest source of joy you will ever have. Trouble is, they do tend to ruin every other source of joy you ever had. I hear other parents say stuff like, I'd take a bullet for my child. You know, would you? I'd take a bullet for my child, put it in a gun, and shoot her.
As a parent, you learn to be selfless. Cheers, mate. Ever since the audition, people have been so friendly.
Mate.
Do you want a selfie? Guess not. Next up, semi-final. I'm not nervous at all, right? About to go on stage. Come on me.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Britain's Got Talent. I can't believe I'm here. It's amazing. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've been doing comedy for a while, and I've tried to avoid being on TV and fame, and in that sense, it's been hugely successful, my career. I'm from Essex. Wow. Doesn't usually get that response. I don't have a strong Essex accent, but my daughter, born and raised in Southend, she sounds like a scaffolder. Intimidates me. I'll be like, tidy your room, darling. Tidy yourself, your toilet. You got any homework to do, darling? You're being a bit naughty there, son. Jog on. Sounds like a scaffolder. Sings like an angel. Professional singing career. She's been in bands, choirs, musicals. A few years ago, she was in the musical Oliver. She played Nancy's best friend. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you do not know Fatherly Pride till you have seen your then 13-year-old daughter play a lady of the night. And absolutely nail it. It's good to be here. Any women in tonight? Well, there won't be any jokes at your expense. I'm a father of a daughter. It's changed my opinion of what should come out of my mouth. And I no longer want to make jokes at the expense of women, which is a great shame, because I had some really good ones. For example... Taken a lot of heat for some stuff I've said about my daughter in the past, but for the record, absolutely ace. I absolutely love her to pieces, and she's a good kid, ambitious. When she was about 5 years old, I asked her what she wanted to be when she grew up. You know what she said? Chinese. Mind you, 1 in 5 people are Chinese, so she's got a pretty good chance. Some dreams do come true, I would have said. That's what they say, isn't it? People want to say when you're young, follow your dreams. The trouble is, when you get a bit older, you realise nobody means that. They mean get a job. Dreams are like children. If you follow them too long, people get very suspicious. Thank you. Who's over 40 here, by way of a cheer? Who's under 30 here, then, by way of a cheer? Well, I find you intolerable, you under 30 people. And I'm jealous. A lot of brilliant things about being under 30. Stuff works. Physically. Mentally, you're all over the shop, though. And so it's not a bad thing. It's just, like, when you're older, you promote what's good about yourself. All the bad stuff, the bigotry, the intolerance, the prejudice, sweep that under the carpet. Not too far, I'll need you again in my 60s. Now, good to be here. Not least of all, because 3 years ago, I had a stroke. Well, thank you, bless you. Bless you, that's very kind of you. I don't know how much you know about stroke. Hopefully nothing. As I say, 3 years ago I was on a stroke ward surrounded by men who could barely string a sentence together in English, and it's really lovely for Bruno to pretty much recreate that here for me this evening. Sorry about that. But, no, I'm blind on the right-hand side. That's what happened. On the right-hand side, I can't see anything. You lot needn't have shown up, to be honest with you. And so God bless the NHS when they looked after me. Are there any NHS people working here tonight? Thank you. Thank you for what you did to me, and thank you for what you've done for the nation over the last 3 years. So bless the NHS. No, 100%. 100%. Unless you work in NHS catering, then you can get stuffed. Now, I know it's a cliche to go on about hospital food, but I mean, given the fact that I'm on the stroke ward, it's also the cardiac ward. I've got cholesterol through the roof. I'm getting offered lasagna, chips, Frosties. I've had a stroke, not a sleepover from the 1980s. But when I was in hospital, I needed a heart operation, keyhole surgery, going through the thigh up into the chamber of your heart. And I met my heart surgeon. You can imagine the precision needed to do the keyhole surgery. You can imagine the dexterity. And you can imagine my delight then when a man walks onto my ward, trips over my heart monitor, falling flat on his face, pulling the leads out of the monitor, causing it to flatline. Pandemonium. Then his little face at the end of the bed going, "Hello, I'm your heart surgeon. You must be the comedian." And I thought, not so far, ladies and gentlemen. That's all from me. Thank you so much for having me. Cheers. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Simon, you buzzed, you naughty little fella.
Well, I did, and I'll tell you why. Because why are you booing me? You weren't laughing. That was the whole point. Look, when we sit here, honestly, I gauge the reaction most of the time from what you hear behind us. Whether you're a singer, dancer, comedian, and if you're a comedian, how loud is the audience laughing? Compared to the comedian we had on last night, not enough. So for that reason, I buzzed you.
I have to say, you're not afraid to go there compared to me. I mean, I'm telling you. But there's one thing, your observations are really at the edge, and they're very, very funny. But you remind us that we have to laugh about ourselves. We have to laugh about things we do, and sometimes we take ourselves a little bit too seriously. And, you know, and I enjoyed it for that reason. Great observations.
Because you've mentioned the under-30s thing.
The 30s in the audience.
I have to say...
I thought you were just jealous.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Marcus,
Marcus made a great joke about the under-30s.
Comedy is one of the hardest things to do on this stage. And you know what? Sometimes you have a great night. Sometimes it doesn't go as well. I enjoyed it. I did feel your nerves. So there were a few uncomfortable moments. But I think overall you did a really good job. And I really like you. And good for you.
Absolutely, you are in the home of comedy. This is the Hammersmith Apollo, and I thought you looked really comfortable and a proper comedian, like showman, when you walked out onto that stage. You are a risk taker, but that is absolutely what comedy should be about. Yeah. It should be edgy, it should make us think, it should make us go, oh my God, did he just say that? And I think, you know, for all the snowflakes and all the wokery and everything else that's out there, I applaud you, because this is the way forward, not the other way.
Courage.
So well done.
Thank you, judges. Thank you. Marcus, like Amanda said, this is the home of comedy. It's an iconic comedy venue. This.
Yeah.
And you've never played here before, have you?
I haven't. No, it's beautiful to play. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So you're a Hammersmith Apollo virgin. How were they?
They were very gentle. Thank you very much. Most of them.
Well done. Well done.